was big group, and I didn't expect in
as quick as qualifying. So in theory, some of them at least can go quicker. Let's see. We're ready for the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup Race 2 here at Mugello. The lights are out and away we go. Who makes a good start? Christian Daniel Jr. is tucked in behind Brian Iriarte, but it is the 51 of Iriarte that leads the Americans. Brian Iriarte who has it covered and sweeps through the first right-hander.
All very, very delicately through turn one. The whole pack got to stay very, very clean and avoiding white lines, but it is Iriarte from Daniel and then Pratama. Carter Thompson slotted into fourth. He narrowly...
Daniel Jr. looking for a way past Brian Iriarte, but he can't find it so far.
I do wonder what kind of race we're about to see. All the riders have looked at what happened yesterday and thought, I can't have that kind of mess again. If I have more pace, I need to go for it. Christian Daniel, as you said, already getting impatient behind the 51 of Iriarte. Switches towards the inside line and Dalton friends. They've grown up racing each other all along, and as they're getting all involved, it is Pratama who goes through into the lead.
And this, using every inch of road all over the place there, but absolutely superb stuff from Veda Pratama, as you said, Matt. The other two are mucking each other up. And
race came undone. Yaroslav, the number 17, he's up to the 13th on this one. He's actually nerfed wide by Marco Morelli yesterday. That's why Morelli, the Argentinian, got his long lap penalty, but all cleanly through today. Look at the number 7, Benyat Fernandez, going round the outside at the final corner. He's up.
Well, we know he has pace, but he's been a bit disappointing in the last couple of races. Obviously trying to put that right. Veda Pratama, the 54, alongside Brian Iriarte on the 51, and up the inside is the 50 of Carter Thompson, the Australian.
And look at the 13 of Hakim Danish as well. The series leader has managed to pick all the...
Absolutely, and everybody, there's only 3 seconds covering the whole grid at the moment. So 51, it is Brian Iriarte with the advantage.
Well then, through the chicanes they come. It is the 51 from the 7. You've also got...
Benyat Fernandez goes past Iriarte and into the lead. Absolutely wonderful move going into the climbing right-handers of Varabiata 1 and 2.
Now in first and third place now in this race, you got the 2 winners from the World Supersport 300 Championship last weekend.
Ready to complete lap 2.
What happened here? This was the move from Benyat Fernandez. Yeah, there you go, just hung it out wide, extra throttle and switched it straight through up the inside to the right-hander.
Brilliant stuff. That's 180 kilometres an hour, 112 miles an hour there as that move uphill. The 51
was Thompson and Singapore both switched to the inside line, nearly on the grass. As they now come across the Tricolore, they're going to fan out as they come towards San Donato. Who is going to be the last of the late breakers? You've got the number 4 of Sullivan Mounty in there too. Zemitani, the 34, but no, it looks to be Hakim Danish who's got the inside line. Mounty there on the inside. He can have all the grip he possibly can from those tyres. Morelli, who went really wide at turn 1, Peter. He's down to 19th now, the Argentinian. We expect him to fight for the championship this year, but it's not working out for the Argentinian right now.
He's brilliant one weekend and just doesn't have it all together the next, but it still is Carter Thompson, the 17-year-old Australian, who has the advantage. Oh, so
4 right now, Red Bull Rookies Cup.
Absolutely superb, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So, Carter Thompson, 51, 50 has the advantage, but it just changes with every corner. And we're just in for a replica of last year's race, yesterday's race so far.
Starts to beat down here in Mugello and things heat up. There is Iriarte, your previous winner so far this season.
And the 34 of Zemitani's in second place, the Japanese, 18-year-old Japanese. And he had a fine run yesterday. He was quite close to the front, actually ended up side by side as they go over the hill.
Danish who's going to come into first up. It's Iriarte then. So the slipstream effect really takes on. Benyat Fernandez slots into third. Sullivan Mounty gets squeezed there. The number 4 in between 2 other riders. Proper sandwich job that was. Gets pushed back to 7th place. So in the lead we now have Iriarte from Danish. It's as you were with us saw yesterday when it gets to crunch time. The key is to just go for it.
Yeah, Benyat Fernandez is going for it up the inside there. The number 7, you're looking back at the number 7, Benyat Fernandez. You're on board with Iriarte.
Indeed. And you've got Carter Thompson and Singapore just behind him.
And just as we had yesterday, nobody was able to show any kind of advantage at all. And in fact, when you look at the fastest lap of the race, Willem Planck down in...
Fernandez just biding his time behind Brian Uriarte. A couple riders going on the green there as Uriarte just sweeps across to try and protect his line and his run out onto the start and finish straight. Now this is interesting, Peter. Look at the gap now he's managed to get through in that final set. And then you've actually got Morelli at 2:01.7, but he's down in 19th place, Peter.
Yeah, and the advantage has disappeared, hasn't it? Because, you know, Singapore is already back with them. And, as you say, they entered the straight with about a 4 bike lengths lead, but that has gone.
He starts to try and make a break.
Right, so that is the 7 of Beñat Fernandez, the 17-year-old Spaniard, the winner of race 2 in Le Mans. He has the advantage for the moment. 17, Christian Daniel Jr., the American 16-year-old in second place. Brian Uriarte in third, and looking right back there is...
He's got KJ Monignane, the company as well there, who set a 2:02.1 just behind him. That's a really quick lap from the South African. We've not seen too much improvement for him so far this year in terms of his results, but he's far more in the mix than he was previously. Just off the back of this group now.
34 there was Zen Mitani. As we say, he was right at the front.
Hakim Danish just ahead of him on the track, the Malaysian, our series leader by 23 points.
Abreast, and it's Brian Uriarte who has the advantage.
Oh, Sullivan Mounsey getting a bit, he's sacrificing a lot of his drive there as he was going up the inside. I didn't really think he had too much room. So how late can he brake, though? He does lead them through, but he's all squirrely on the brakes.
But he manages to hold the inside line there and get the drive up the hill, so he's done a superb job there of holding the advantage and the lead over Beñat Fernandez on the number 7.
The big loser that last time around was actually Carter Thompson, the number 50, pushed back to 13th place now, Peter. That's just the nature of what Peter running over the curbs. Sorry, that was a scary moment.
Got your attention.
Yeah.
Probably got their attention as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so Uriarte in second place, looking for the inside line on Fernandez. He can't do it. Mike Yu is there in third. Now, it is only like 20 riders in the first group.
And tell you what, Mike Yu keeps looking behind him, and now it's Sullivan Mounsey who's actually taking the lead as they run out from the final turn and down the start and finish straight.
Superb, a Brit in front at Rookies Cup, and we haven't said it.
So Uriarte from Mitani then, and you've got Mounsey still managed to slot third, so well defended Sully. Great job, almost led over the line, but he still maintains that third position now.
Yeah, and he's not happy to sit there. He's having a look as up the inside of Zen. Can't do it there, Brian. Right, so it is still the 4 of Sullivan Mounsey out front. Absolutely brilliant stuff. He has the slightest advantage over the 34 of Zen Mitani, the 18-year-old Japanese.
Go on, Sully.
Who's that wide round the outside?
That was Mike Yu round the outside there. He keeps looking behind him though. He needs to tries to get as much speed as he can out onto the start and finish straight. As the person in third there is Mitani, just goes across the green. Beñat Fernandez in fourth, so they come across the line neck and neck. The American and the Brit. It's the Anglo Alliance leading the way in Rookies Cup.
And it's 230 kilometres an hour.
There as well, still lurking, the series leader. You cannot count him out whatsoever, can you? He's been so good this year. Yesterday was the first time he was off a Rookies Cup podium all year long.
It is. So no fastest lap.
Pace down into 20th again. Got bullied again, and someone's gone off in the background at Arrabbiata 1, Peter. That's a big shame for whoever that was, because that will surely ruin their race. We'll see who plummets down the timing screens from that one. But yeah, a rider has gone off for Arrabbiata 1 into the gravel trap.
And there we saw 51. Any serious injury? But it is the 7 of Beñat Fernandez who has the advantage. There's the 34 of Zen Mitani back in the group there. But around the outside, it's Veda Ega Pratama, yesterday's winner, who takes the advantage down onto the start and finish.
Fastest rider of the race is Morelli in 18th, though. He's at the back of this group. But you could be as fast as you like. Look at that. That's ridiculous.
Brian was superb up the inside. He really is good there, which is great, but that's the first corner, not the last corner.
How many riders went? David Gonzalez now yesterday's second place finisher.
And great to see the 45 of KJ Moynihan, the 18-year-old South African there at the back of that group. He's learning a lot, running a faster pace than I've seen him all season.
Brilliant stuff from Monignane. Come on, that's the kind of improvement we'd like to see as well. For long as Beñat Fernandez tries to go up the inside, fails that time around.
And you saw there the 13 of Hakim Danish. He's in the hunt there, very much in 5th place, just ahead of Veda Ega Pratama.
Daniel in third there.
You know, showing any kind of advantage. They're still not lapping quite as quick as they did in qualifying. So in theory, they can go quicker, but absolutely impossible so far for anyone to break away. Let's see if Uriarte can do it. He's a little bit further ahead of the 70th Christian Daniel Jr. Up the inside is Benyat Fernandez.
Oh, it pushes it wide though, and it's going to be Mounsey who leads coming out of San Donato then. But for how long will Benyat Fernandez get him on the cutback? He does!
Side by
Squeeze him
side.
out. Look at that.
Ooh.
Brilliant. Brilliant. But Sully gets it back straight again. Go on,
Yes.
Sully, have some of that. Go on, yes, there.
It's just in one corner there.
Oh, goodness me. Well, that was
He must have got into
best.
the wrong gear or something coming into that left-handed. I don't think it was just, well, maybe just out-braked himself, but anyway. Well, he's trying. He's trying.
77, Tinez in third place now, the Venezuelan. I was going to pick him up and say that's a great ride from him.
So few technical issues with these motorcycles. The Rookies Cup technical crew and the KTM guys just keep these things rolling absolutely superbly. Be very unlucky if Carter actually...
And then, just behind them, I think we now have...
Oh,
as they go across the grass and everything as well. It was Ramadipra I was looking at, the number 32. The other Indonesian rider that we have in the class is going to be Christian Daniel leads him towards 10-1. Martinez had last year per se of, you know, it was really just a year-long four-way fight between Uriarte, Carpe, Quiles and Peroni, and then like the likes of Morelli there in the end as well. But this year it's just all to play for now, despite Uriarte and Danish being up the top.
Yeah, absolutely superb. But let's hope this is... Oh my goodness, look at that. No one has the slightest... No one's able to open up more than a 2 or 3 bike length lead, and it doesn't last for more than a corner or two.
Morelli's managed to make some progress now. He's up into 10th position as the Argentinian, consistently sort of the rider that seems to have the most.
Fernandez was there, but they got away with it anyway. So the 54 now of Veda Pratama, yesterday's winner, takes the lead again. Out onto the start and finish. There'll just be just 2 laps remaining when they cross the stripe this time.
But it could be that time again, Peter. Pratama pulls the pin. Will he make it 2 of 2 here in Mugello? He's decided the time is now. He's got the pace. Get in a moment. Keep your eye on the 13. The series leader. He needs to be so clever in these final laps. He can't afford to keep losing big points to Uriarte, or the championship could be well back on. Beata 2.
And he drops. Oh, and they're off on 34. That's the 34 of Zen Metani off on the grass, and I think a couple of other people were touching certainly on the green, and probably the growing green stuff as well.
Well, as it stands, it would be 24 points between Uriarte and Danish at the end of this one. But Benyat Fernandez would move up back into 3rd position of the championship. Can you, Marco? This is the kind of comeback ride that you need to see from him. He's going to lead them over the line for the final lap. Peter, here we go. 95 from 4, from 7, and 32 in Ramadipra. Pratama going into 3rd now. So the 1, 2, and 3 previously in the series, 1, 2, 3 in the race.
That's right, and these guys have got to put their head down. They really need to sort it out between the 2 of them, between the 3 of them. But look at that pack.
Out of Uriarte's pushed back to 5th now, it seems, as well. Peter, this isn't like a pack of wolves, it's like a rummage of vultures. It's absolute chaos.
And Danish there with a great move there up into 2nd place. He's got to do that if he's going to chase Veda Pratama, and Veda
are starting to stretch this pack. Who's got anything left? Karpushin's just off the back of it, but it is Pratama leading them into the final set of 4 corners. Biondetti 1 and 2 coming up. If you get a good run through here, you could well be leading out of the final corner onto the straight to take a victory. Who will it be?
And it is Veda Pratama pulls out. Is he going to pass him? Oh, it's a photo finish. A photo finish.
What? Who will it be? Was it Indonesia?
Danish. It's a photo finish for sure.
Was it Indonesia? Was it Malaysia? It says it's Pratama, but we don't
deserve 10th, does he?
No.
He
he doesn't.
Absolutely. So, but mind you, so did the rest of them.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
all of them.
What a race. What a race, Peter.
Tinez 12th. He should have been better. Mitani 13th.
Morelli for a little flash.
No, it's got to be a photo finish, but you know, it's not often that
race results confirmed, Peter.
Yeah.
Pratama's got it.
Double.
Wow. The double for Indonesia, eh? Just like buses, you wait around long enough. Since 2007 for one to come along, and then 2 come along at once.
And you know, Hakim couldn't have done any more, did he? What a brilliant overtaking move round the outside into the final left-hander.
Yeah, and with Uriarte in fifth, I mean, how crucial was that for the championship for
in Harriers?
Yes, exactly.
And then he missed missed Le Mans with an injury that wasn't a Rookies Cup injury, so he missed the.
Veda Ega Pratama terima bonus 100 juta usai ukir sejarah di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama, mendapat kucuran bonus usai mengukir sejarah di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Veda Ega Pratama berhasil meraih podium untuk pertama kalinya di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu memenangi race 1 seri Mugello pada Sabtu, 21 Juni 2025. Veda bahkan menggenapi kesuksesannya dengan kembali meraih podium pertama di race 2, Minggu, 22 Juni 2026. Ia menjadi pembalap Indonesia pertama yang meraih trofi di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Pembalap berusia 17 tahun itu pun semakin ramai diperbincangkan di media sosial. Salah satunya oleh pengusaha ternama tanah air, Gila Veda Pramana. Pemilik usaha bisnis MS Glow itu mengucurkan bonus 100 juta rupiah untuk Veda. Hal tersebut tidak terlepas dari MS Glow yang menjadi sponsor karir Veda di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. 2 kali kamu taklukkan Mugello Veda, tulis Gilang dalam unggahannya di media sosial pada Minggu, 22 Juni 2025. Selamat Veda, kamu pembalap Indonesia pertama yang menjadi juara di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Terima kasih sudah berjuang dan mengibarkan bendera merah putih di pentas dunia. Indonesia bangga padamu, tulisnya lagi. Gilang menambahkan, keberhasilan Veda tidak lepas dari peran orang tua. Tidak ada anak hebat tanpa sosok ayah yang luar biasa di belakangnya. Salut dan hormat untuk Bapak Sudarmono, ucap Juragan 99, sapaan lain dari Gilang. Pengusaha asal Jawa Timur itu membubuhkan bukti transfer bonus sebesar 100 juta rupiah kepada perwakilan Veda. Bismillah, saya kasih kamu bonus 100 juta sebagai bentuk apresiasi. Semoga jadi penyemangat untuk terus berjuang, tetaplah rendah hati, dan push the limit demi Indonesia, pungkasnya. Veda Ega Pratama terima bonus 100 juta usai ukir sejarah di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama, mendapat kucuran bonus usai mengukir sejarah di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Veda Ega Pratama berhasil meraih podium untuk pertama kalinya di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu memenangi race 1 seri Mugello pada Sabtu, 21 Juni 2025. Veda bahkan menggenapi kesuksesannya dengan kembali meraih podium pertama di race 2, Minggu, 22 Juni 2026. Ia menjadi pembalap Indonesia pertama yang meraih trofi di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Pembalap berusia 17 tahun itu pun semakin ramai diperbincangkan di media sosial. Salah satunya oleh pengusaha ternama tanah air, Gila Veda Pramana. Pemilik usaha bisnis MS Glow itu mengucurkan bonus 100 juta rupiah untuk Veda. Hal tersebut tidak terlepas dari MS Glow yang menjadi sponsor karir Veda di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. 2 kali kamu taklukkan Mugello Veda, tulis Gilang dalam unggahannya di media sosial pada Minggu, 22 Juni 2025. Selamat Veda, kamu pembalap Indonesia pertama yang menjadi juara di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Terima kasih sudah berjuang dan mengibarkan bendera merah putih di pentas dunia. Indonesia bangga padamu, tulisnya lagi. Gilang menambahkan, keberhasilan Veda tidak lepas dari peran orang tua. Tidak ada anak hebat tanpa sosok ayah yang luar biasa di belakangnya. Salut dan hormat untuk Bapak Sudarmono, ucap Juragan 99, sapaan lain dari Gilang. Pengusaha asal Jawa Timur itu membubuhkan bukti transfer bonus sebesar 100 juta rupiah kepada perwakilan Veda. Bismillah, saya kasih kamu bonus 100 juta sebagai bentuk apresiasi. Semoga jadi penyemangat untuk terus berjuang, tetaplah rendah hati, dan push the limit demi Indonesia, pungkasnya.